welcome back. Thank you for being so patient with me while I've been gone. If you don't know, I'm in the middle of my senior thesis for illustration at MassArt. Yay! And that has been super fun, but it's also like been insanely busy for me because I'm working on my thesis, and literally if it weren't for the sponsors of today's video, Arteza, I would not be sitting here making this video. So thank you, Arteza, so much for allowing me to have the time to sit here and make artwork and just have a little moment. I'm doing my thesis on this book called Witch Baby, which is like this super fun book by Francesca Leo Block. I highly recommend that you read it. And I'm doing everything in digital, and basically all of my assignments this semester I've done digitally. So it's gotten to the point now where if I do any kind of a drawing, like traditionally, I don't even switch it to the eraser mode. I just kind of like do the double tap, and then I'm like, oh shit, Control Z. No, shit, I have to use an eraser. So I'm really thankful that I get the time to sit here and actually do something traditionally with the supplies that they have sent me today. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you so much for following me and sticking around. Let me know in the comment section how your semester is doing, because I want to know how you guys are. Let's all just catch up with each other. So Arteza has sent me a couple of lovely products that I want to show you guys. For those of you who were here last year, I actually did another video for Arteza like literally the same time last year, which you can watch up above and see the products that I showed there. But today there's only a couple things. The first one I'm really excited about is this sketchbook. So Arteza sent me this sketchbook, which is the 80 sheets drawing pad premium paper. I gotta say, you guys, this kind of shocked me with how good it was. Right off the bat, I love the fact that one, it's this size, 9 by 12. I really like that it's this size because it's not too big to be intimidating for me, but it still fits in my backpack, which is great. And I love that it's spiral bound. I'm not your hardcover kind of girl, because if it doesn't lay perfectly flat, I get pretty annoyed. And the spiral bound is great for that, and it's got a nice spiral on the top, which is great for a myriad of things. Number one, there's no pressure to like draw on the back side. You can just keep flipping, which is really nice. And it's also really great for lefties. I'm not a lefty, but if you are a lefty, this is the sketchbook for you, like this kind of orientation, because it will not be annoying for you to draw it. I literally looked for a sketchbook just like this for my thesis, so the fact that they sent me something that's remarkably similar is like, oh my god, they totally get me. The paper is great. It is 80 pounds, 130 grams per something squared, meter squared. 80-pound paper just means that it's like your basic sketchbook paper. It's not like it's gonna be great for watercolor or anything crazy like that. But when they say that this is premium drawing paper, this is pretty good shit. I tested this out with different markers. I used some water-based markers, and then I used some alcohol-based markers, including a Sharpie, which are known for bleeding really well. Did not bleed. Didn't show up on the other side, didn't transfer to the next page. I was very pleasantly surprised. So if you are inclined to draw on both sides of the paper, you can. For this style of sketchbook, I don't really see why you would, but you can actually draw on both sides, which is pretty darn fabulous. And I actually kind of like this sketchbook more than my thesis sketchbook, but that's okay. I'll just use this for next semester, and I'm very pleased with that. You can actually buy these in packs of 2. That's what Arteza sent me. I'll have to double check and see if you can just buy 1. But hey, buying 2 is great, because hey, if this video was being done in August, I'd be like, now you have a sketchbook for fall semester and spring semester. Pretty awesome. So yeah, very pleased with this. Good shit. Moving on. The next thing that they sent me were the Arteza 48 Colored Pencils Expert Pack. Now, here's the thing. Last year when I did a video for Arteza, they didn't have anything called Expert or Premium or anything like that. So this is a fairly new-ish line for them. I think it came out in the summer or something. So I was a little curious about it, because it's like, okay, well, what makes it an expert? I'm an expert, so, you know, curious about that. The thing that I really do like about this is that it's got a shit ton of colors in it. 48 colored pencils in this adorable little tin, which I have swatched out for you guys. The first thing immediately right off the bat that I loved was the fact that they have kind of like neon-y colors in addition to your regular like Roy G. Biv, which is great. I, of course, love me a good neon color, so they had like a lemon yellow, they had like a whole bunch of really bright pinks and bright greens. That made my soul happy, so I'm very happy that that was the selection. So when you crack this baby open, you've got 2 different palettes or whatever. I organized my favorites into one cute little selection, and I did a drawing using these colored pencils along with the sketchbook that I'm gonna show you guys because I just want a freaking day to relax. I have been busting my ass doing thesis and all my other classes in senior year, and I just want an afternoon to draw something that isn't gonna go in my portfolio, you know? Something that's a little low-key. And to talk a little bit more about the colored pencils, these are not as good as, say, the Prismacolor pencils, which I think are pretty much like the highest grade. Leave a comment down below if there's like a brand that you say is better than Prismacolor. I do wish that the pigment was a bit stronger because I noticed that when I was doing like the vehicle and other areas where like I really just wanted like the straight pure color, it was a little annoying because you really had to kind of like push down a bit more than I would have liked. But these are not the most expensive pencils in the world, so I do feel like you're getting what you paid for in a way. And hey, it was still very fun to use, and the pigments was still really nice when I did actually press down on it. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. The only colored pencil sharpener that I have is the Prismacolor one, because unless you have a Prismacolor pencil sharpener, you can't like sharpen your Prismacolor pencils, whatever. So that's the only sharpener I have, and these worked very well with them. I didn't experience any of those annoying like million breaks or like whittling the pencil down. No. None of that. That pencil sharpener worked great. I wish I could have tried this on a normal sharpener, but I feel like if it works for the Prismacolor one, it's probably gonna work for any other normal sharpener, so that's really good to keep in mind. And yeah, I don't really have too many complaints. I love the color selection. I feel like Artesa's really good at that. They really, like pretty much all of their packs of like markers and colored pencils and fine liners and everything, they always give you like all the colors of the rainbow in one purchase, which is really freaking awesome. And I really do appreciate the set that they gave me, and I will be using this in the future. Even though I do a lot of digital art now, it's so nice to just sit back and sketch on the page and just take a chill pill. I don't know guys, like I've got my iPad and I'm doing all of my digital drawing on that and I love it, but nothing really beats just sitting down with your sketchbook and just spending a few hours just coloring away and just that freedom of it. So again, I really want to thank Arteza for literally giving me the time, allowing me to do this video. I know a few weeks ago I put out a poll saying like, hey, what videos do you want to see from me when I finally get my shit together? Obviously I haven't really gotten my shit together. But I did look at the poll results. The next video will be talking about art block. And I will be wearing the same outfit because I'm gonna have to film it like immediately after this one. So don't worry, this video is gonna come out, but then I'm gonna have another video out pretty shortly. And I'll probably disappear again and not come back until maybe January. I don't 100% know. I don't wanna get anyone's hopes up. I'm just letting y'all know I'm a very busy bee right now. And I miss you all tremendously because you guys are so great. And I really, really, really appreciate it. Also, shout out to the few of you that I got to meet in person at the Mass Art like career cafe, no, major cafe. That was really cool. Hi. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. If you want to catch me on my other social media platforms, I am on Etsy and Tumblr and Instagram if you want to check me out there. Keep an eye out on Etsy because very, very soon I will be uploading some new products on there. Probably low-key, a little late for the Christmas season, but but there will be stuff coming up on Etsy, new prints, really excited about that. And I'm not terribly active on Instagram and Tumblr, but when I am active, I do try to upload quite a bit. So follow me on those platforms if you haven't already, and make sure that you hit the bell icon so that you're not missing any of the content that I do happen to put on this channel. So have an awesome day, guys. I really hope that you're doing well. Let me know how your life is doing, how life is treating you in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video that I promise is coming very soon. All right, guys, love you. Bye.